So Paul says this, he says, operate your life with this vital knowledge. Operate in that understanding that the gospel is greater than you think it is. So operate that way. So that's the same thing we're talking about here. Paul's saying, you understand the gifts, but I want to show you a more excellent way to exercise these gifts. And so I want to kind of illustrate exactly what Paul's saying. This is something that has revolutionized my life. It is called Nutella. And I found out what Nutella was this past week. How many of you guys have experienced Nutella just yet? Okay, how many of you have not experienced Nutella? Oh, dear friend, you need to go to the grocery store today and get you some Nutella. You will understand the gospel in a much richer way if you understand Nutella. And so here's the deal with Nutella. I'm not even sure if I'm saying it the right way because I've only known it for a week. Am I saying it the right way? Nutella. And this one's a fresh one too. It's not so fresh anymore. It's got my finger in it. But here's the thing with Nutella. You can look at this and you could take Nutella and you could take your fork and you could act like it was an instrument, right? If you have kids, you probably hear that all the time. With our 3 kids, they're always banging on something. And I could act like it was an instrument, but is that the purpose for which Nutella stands? No, there's a deeper, greater... I'm going to have to go ahead and lick this because I know you're looking at it and you're like... And I'm going to wipe it on my clothes too. Julie's going to be frustrated. I had it to get off my finger. We could do that, or we could take the Nutella, and that is good stuff, by the way. Wow. You could take the Nutella, and we could take it out in a spoonful, and you could wear it as deodorant if you wanted to. I mean, you would walk around and it would work for a little bit. You would smell like chocolatey, peanut buttery stuff, but we could apply it that way if we wanted to. But is that the purpose for which Nutella exists? No, it's not. We could take Nutella and we could paint a beautiful art picture with the Nutella. We could make ants would destroy it, but we could definitely do that. But that's not the purpose for which Nutella is. The purpose for which Nutella is to get a big bite of it, right? And for it to be so nutritious. And for all of you who are telling me that this is nutritious, you are liars. Liars. It is good, and I don't care if it has no preservatives or hydrogenated oils or whatever. It can't be good for you. But that's the point that Paul's saying is, you can look at your spiritual gift and you can apply it, but if you apply it in the wrong way, you've missed the point. You understand that? And that's what he's saying. I want to show you a more excellent way to use your spiritual grace. And that is the passage that Jeff just read. And so we're going to look at that. So 1 Corinthians chapter 12, it ends with this. You all have the gifts of healing, gifts of teachers, gifts of prophecy, gifts of interpretation, gifts of administration, gift of miracles, apostles, got it, all this kind of stuff. He's laying that out there, and then he finishes with, I'm going to show you this more excellent way. Chapter 13 starts by saying this. And if I speak in the tongues of men and angels, finish it for me. But have not love, I'm a noisy gong and a clanging cymbal. And he says this, if I have prophetic powers, if I understand all mysteries and knowledge, and if I have faith to move the mountains, finish it for me. But have not love, I'm nothing. And he goes on to say this, if I give all away that I have, if I deliver up my body to be burned, finish it for me, but have not love, then I gain absolutely nothing. Guys, let me tell you this. I think this is exactly why there's such a competitive and territorial spirit among churches in the South. Because it doesn't cost us love to go behind our little gated, manicured areas and worship all segregated. We don't have to love anybody else. And so we fight and we compete and we say, ooh, I don't like that, I don't like this, I don't like that church, I don't like this. Because if we did, then we would have to love. And so by not applying love, we just segregate ourselves off. You understand what I'm saying? The spiritual gifts cost us something. I not only think that's why there's a competitive spirit, but I think this passage right here is the exact reason that there's this prideful content with cultural Christianity that's disgusting. Well, here's why. Because it doesn't cost us anything. If we just decide to go on Sunday morning and punch our ticket and say, I went to church, I'm a Christian. That doesn't cost us anything in the world around us. We don't have to love. We just have to show up and say, chick, I did my work for the week. Do you understand what I'm saying? But not only that, I think that's why there's such a lack of concern on believers' parts for the spreading of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Oh, dear friend, follow me. If we genuinely loved, we would see our neighbors who don't know Christ in a completely different way. And we would see the world around us that doesn't know the gospel in a completely different way. Paul's saying this. I'm showing you a more excellent way to understand your spiritual grace. It's all about love. And if there is no love, then it is absolutely worthless. Nothingness.